19, a tender age, ripe with the intoxicating elixir of first love. Naya, a young woman standing on the precipice of adulthood, believed she had found forever in the arms of her boyfriend. Their love story, once a vibrant tapestry of shared dreams and whispered promises, unraveled with the discovery of a single, damning piece of lace. It lay there, an unwelcome stranger amidst his belongings, a tangible testament to his betrayal. A woman's underwear, not hers. Naya's breath hitched, the air thickening in her lungs as if a physical weight had settled upon her chest. The world around her, once a symphony of color and sound, faded to a muted blur. Her heart, so full of love just moments ago, shattered into a million pieces, each shard a piercing reminder of his infidelity. Denial, that insidious serpent, slithered into her thoughts, whispering soothing lies. It couldn't be true. There had to be a logical explanation. He loved her, he promised her forever. Yet the evidence lay before her, cold, hard, and undeniable. The world tilted on its axis, leaving Naya clinging to the remnants of their shattered love, desperately trying to make sense of the wreckage that surrounded her. The man she loved, the man who vowed to cherish her, had broken her in the most profound way imaginable. "It's not what it looks like," he pleaded, his voice a desperate rasp that clawed at her already frayed nerves. Naya, her mind reeling from the shock of his betrayal, wanted desperately to believe him. She clung to his words like a lifeline, praying that they held even a shred of truth. He wove a tapestry of elaborate lies, each thread designed to mend the gaping wounds his infidelity had inflicted. He spun tales of misunderstandings, of innocent mistakes, of borrowed belongings and forgotten encounters. And for a while, lost in the maelstrom of her own pain and confusion, Naya allowed herself to believe him. She clung to the memory of their love, to the shared laughter and stolen kisses that once painted their days with vibrant hues. She replayed their happiest moments in her mind, desperately trying to drown out the insidious whispers of doubt that gnawed at her soul. But denial, like a flimsy bandage over a festering wound, could only conceal the truth for so long. The seeds of suspicion, sown deep within her heart, had taken root, their tendrils slowly choking the last vestiges of her love. As the days bled into weeks, Naya's carefully constructed facade of normalcy began to crumble. The lies, once a comforting balm on her wounded heart, now chafed like sandpaper against her raw emotions. The more her boyfriend tried to explain away his indiscretions, the more convoluted and unbelievable his stories became. Fear, a cold and unwelcome companion, took up residence in Naya's heart. Fear of the unknown, fear of being alone, fear of having to face the painful truth that the man she loved was not who she believed him to be. She began to question everything, her mind a labyrinth of doubt and suspicion. The late-night phone calls he claimed were from work colleagues took on a sinister tone. The unexplained absences, the lingering scent of unfamiliar perfume on his clothes, the sudden shift in his demeanor, all pointed to a truth he was desperately trying to conceal. Naya, her spirit weary from the constant battle between her head and her heart, knew she could no longer ignore the glaring red flags waving in her face. The time had come to confront her fears, to rip the bandage off and expose the wound in all its ugliness. The truth, when it finally unraveled, was far more devastating than Naya could have ever imagined. Her boyfriend, the man she had entrusted with her heart, had not only betrayed her once, but countless times. He had woven a web of deceit so intricate, so insidious, that it threatened to consume her entirely. The discovery of his hidden life, a clandestine world of secret rendezvous and whispered promises, sent shockwaves through Naya's being. It wasn't just a single affair, a momentary lapse in judgment. It was a calculated betrayal, a deliberate choice to prioritize his own selfish desires over her love and trust. The pain was unbearable, a visceral ache that tore through her with the ferocity of a wild beast. It was as if someone had reached into her chest, ripped out her heart, and stomped on it until it was nothing but a mangled, bleeding mess. But amidst the crushing weight of his betrayal, a strange sense of clarity began to emerge. The scales fell from Naya's eyes, and she saw him for what he truly was: a master manipulator, a skilled architect of lies, a thief who had stolen her innocence and left her emotionally bankrupt.